So what happens when we bring the snake style energy into the wooden dummy? Well, we're going to talk about that. But what we've got to do is understand what the water element is in relation to the body. And you hear me say it, it's blood. So how do we apply this to the dummy? Okay, if I apply earth to the dummy, no matter what Wing Chun form it is on the dummy, doesn't matter what lineage, you can do the same exact form that your Sifu taught you. Try it with water energy. Try it with air energy, earth energy. Now, different Sifus are going to have different techniques. Some teach more of this element, others teach more of that. They're all a mixture. Life is a mixture of elements. We are 4 element creatures, so we can apply 4 elements in life. This is the elemental alchemy. Now here we're applying it to the Mook Jong. So if I'm going to be applying snake to the dummy, and you're a serious practitioner of Wing Chun, no worries, we're not going to break any rules, okay? We're going to do the traditional movements. I'm just going to show you how to flow between movements. Now, Lao Sao is short burst energy, right? This is what you learn in Silam Tao, that basic snap starting right here. Just that little whip, popping the hand up with a low stance, of course. Toes are in. This is Lao Sao. This is the practice of earth energy. The rigid part is earth. But when you get more advanced, Lao Sao can come through water. So we have a steady flow in the motions, but we also have that heavy impact. Water can be very heavy. We know it can knock a house apart. It can carry anything away over time. Many things. So the way we apply that is we don't stop. Water is fluid. Remember, if you pour water, it takes the shape of whatever it goes over. So what we'll do is I'll demonstrate slow, and this is how you should practice water. So let's just take a technique like double hue. All right, done with earth, this might look like this in your form. Done with fire, it might look like this. Now, if we use water, it could be fast or it could be slow. Now, we start out with slow water. Okay? It doesn't stop. So I come around. Same rigidity. So water, slow it down. Now remember, water is slick. Earth is sticky. Now water can stick too, but when you add a little water with earth, you get mud, which is a sub-element we can also use. But remember, with the water element, sweat is your friend. It's very difficult for someone to grab you if you're sweaty. And if you understand how to tweak your moves in a certain way, it's impossible to really get a hold of you wet. Now, this is the water element. You can use your sweat to create a slick, unstable environment for your opponent. Now, keep in mind, this is if you have to get into conflict and it lasts any more than 30 seconds. Most conflicts are usually over by then, but sweat can happen. If you happen to be sweaty and someone jumps on you, maybe during the middle of your run or something like that, okay? So remember, regardless of how it happens, if water is coming off of you, you're gonna be slick. Now, we wanna be slick inside by being able to feel those moves. So slow, because remember in snake, we're turning each arm and each leg into a snake. Drop this down a little. Now you see this leg that I'm talking about. If your legs are straight, and especially if your toes are out, and this is a bad habit in Wing Chun to have the toes out. Even the legs are bent, okay? The way that I learned, the guys that got knocked around the most could not keep their toes in because they couldn't protect from this. So the reason I have this long leg is he's already underneath you with his leg when you start. So you have to be very careful. If you don't move right here, you will take a fall. I've seen that happen a few times on this. So anyway, if I'm using water, it's going to be the same in the leg. So if I connect here, even by mistake, accidentally, it doesn't stop and then try to pull back. It just goes. Now we get into this type of thing, like flying me serpent. You can use the foot to connect like this. Right now, you're not going to pick your opponent up with this. That's not the intent of this move. Okay? Someone said that one time. You're never going to pick your opponent's weight up like that. They're right. You're not. But that's not what we're doing. We're getting just enough to twist and drive down or kick through. Okay? You can see snake. I'm going to drop this down and show you. You see a little more in the leg. Okay, I'll say out here. You see some of these moves in Mook Jong, like this, right? You end up here. The arm. Underneath the opponent. Right? That's what we're going for. So remember, your legs are straight. You might as well not do it. Your toes are out. Because any serious Wing Chun practitioner is going to burrow underneath you with these legs while they're going to work on the body, and you're going back. Remember, Wing Chun is made to be like a bulldozer, a tank, but it has to stay in its environment. Don't take Wing Chun out onto a soccer field against an opponent who's a head taller. You can try it. If you have to have that battle, stay in a tight place where you can restrict the movement of your opponent. That's what Wing Chun's about, and still have power. Sinking the stance, dropping your weight. All right, we appreciate you watching. If you found this video helpful for your Wing Chun practice, click the like button. Even better, subscribe. Even better, Patreon. All right, Sifu Les Clements out.